loves, it's your girl DeeDee, and I'm back with another video. So this woman in this video clip says it's time for women to get them a corny man, child.
Ladies, y'all are wearing me out. Let's talk about corny men and not corny men, okay? Leave these bad boys alone. You don't want them. They might be fun when you're young. They don't work. They want to party all the time. They want to do drugs. They want to smoke. They want to hustle. Leave them alone. This is the year to get a corny man, okay? We're moving on. That's the new groove. If you corny, you are for me. Russell Wilson. Think like that. You want a man that want to go to school, want to study, want to have a steady job. Because let me tell you something, okay? You're going to look up in that corny dude who was working a 9 to 5, going to school and all that stuff. You're going to look up and 10 years later, he going to own the store. He going to own the McDonald's. He going to have his doctor's degree. He going to have whatever else. And you done passed up on him.
Let me pause for a second. And I don't know if I reacted to this before, but it sounds familiar. But I will say this. I think it's very insulting. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's insulting. And I know women call men corny, but I think it's insulting to a man who is prioritizing what's important to call them corny. And it's disrespectful and insulting to a man who is prioritizing his life for his future. It's insulting to call that young man corny. What is corny is these dudes who are out here playing around, taking drugs, doing crazy stuff, laying around smoking weed, just doing anything. That's the corny ones. But for some reason, a lot of these women think that that's what's smart and that's what's up and that's what you go after, the so-called bad guy. That's corny if you ask me. So why is it that the men who are focused on the things that you should be focused on, even as a young person, because you have to prepare for your future, why are they considered corny? They should be the guys that women are looking to be with and grow with, but instead you gotta wait till you old to realize the responsible guys are the ones you should have always been prioritizing. And then now you call them corny. They're corny because they want to get an education and they're doing the right things, and they're now out here trying to just get in trouble and go to jail and sitting down smoking, becoming weed heads. They're the corny ones. I think that narrative needs to be flipped. And I think that now this is what a lot of these women are looking for. You're looking for somebody who prioritized what they were supposed to be prioritizing and didn't go out here making babies all over the place, and they went to school and they got their education and they focus on something that will benefit their career later on. So when they're ready for a wife and a family, they will be prepared for it. Now those are the corny guys. Now everybody who played around and dicked around your whole 20s, now you want to come and get these guys after you laid up and got 2 or 3 baby daddies with Pookie. Now you want to come and grab these guys up later on? They're not having it. Let's finish this little clip. Let's see what else she's
young and fine and kidless, playing with the hustlers, okay? And he gonna be married to somebody else looking at you crazy like, no, he don't want you. Ladies, it's time to play the long, smart game. Get somebody with potential who likes you. He may be corny, he may not have it all, but guess what? Y'all can grow together and you'll be looking back and you'll thank me later. Okay, this is the year to get a corny man. That's what's back in style.
I think this is sad in a sense, because this is kind of where a lot of women are who are hitting a wall. These women who are getting late 30s, 40s, they're to this place now where they want what is considered a corny, the good guy, the guy who is working and who's responsible, who can take care of a wife and a family and wants that. This is who they're reaching out to. And on top of that, these are the guys that a lot of these single mothers are looking to mentor their sons who come from broken homes that they created. This is just a sad reality of which we're living in, and I think it's really sad and unfortunate. So the men who have done the right things are now being pressured to come and take care of Pookie's children. All these children that these women laid up and had their good time with and made babies, when now these kids are lost in the sauce and in and out of the system and not really doing well without any structure or guidance because they didn't have fathers, because these women chose to not have fathers for their children. Now you want the good guys who prioritized their lives and did the right things. You want them to take away from their families and come and help to get your Pookie kids on a straight and narrow. This is ridiculous. And sitting up here asking, why don't these men want to do this for these kids? Why? Because that's not their plan. That wasn't a part of their plan. They had a structure and they had a plan for their lives. They did it the right way. And now the pressure's on good men who have their lives together to come over here and help Pookie's children. When these women never prioritized the husband, the right man, what they will call the corny man, to be with when they were younger and get married to that so-called corny man and build a life together. And that way your children have stable homes with a mother and a father, productive mothers and fathers in the household, as opposed to these broken homes that you created. So now a corny man, he got to be corny because he's smart and he's educated and he takes care of himself and he's prioritized his money and he's building himself up and doing what he's supposed to do as a protector and a potential provider. Now you want him, now you want to come running and try to get these good men and then mess over them and just take their resources. That's some BS if I've ever heard it. And I think that these men should run to the hills from what's coming their help. And do not look back at these particular women who didn't want to give them a chance back then, but now they want to come back older and more used up and got all these children now. Now you want to get him only because you need his help, not because you really want him, but you need his help and he's responsible and you can rely on him because you've never had anybody to rely on. Pookie was not reliable. He was just good in bed and he was able to knock you up, and that's what women cared about at the time. Some women, not all women. And now that was not reliable. He could screw good and get you knocked up and you love that. But other than that, he didn't have a stable job, wasn't willing to be with you, didn't want to marry you, didn't want to take you seriously. He had women all over the place, getting them pregnant and never brought anything stable to the table. Now you want to go to the guys who were always stable, that you could care less back then. Now you want him to take you on now? After all of that? That's crazy to me. But that's just where it is. And I wouldn't recommend any man do that because it's not that she wants you. Just like she didn't want you then, she don't want you now. She only wants what you could provide for her, and she needs that stability. So run. Do not give them the time of day, baby. Find you a woman who wants you for you and not just for what you can provide, because otherwise you're going to have major issues. So that's my 2 cents on this. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all know what it is, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.